Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. Pretty Pink Posh is having a fun video hop to celebrate their August 2025 release. They're giving away a $20 gift certificate on each stop, so be sure to leave a comment on this video and the rest of the videos in the hop to qualify to win. The next video on the hop is from Leah Lawson, and I will have a link for her video along with all the hop information listed in the description box below. Here's a look at the main products I'll be using for my card. The new Halloween bucket edition, along with the original candy bucket die set. For a background, I'm using the pierced stars plate. For sentiment, I'm using the Halloween greetings stamps and coordinating dies. And I'll also be using just one image from the Halloween house die set. I am using pattern paper for the background of my card. Used a lovely ombre collection from scrapbook.com. And I added that fun star detail using the pierced star plate. I'm creating a lovely nighttime scene. So I'll add a little bit of white splatter for stars in the sky. I'm using some white ink. I'll add a little bit on an acrylic block, add some water, mix up that solution, and then with a paintbrush, I'll gently tap it over the background. And I will set this aside so it dries completely. So while that's drying, I'll work on the candy bucket. I cut out the main bucket from some gray tone-on-tone polka dot paper from Doodlebug Design. It's one of their petite prints. I'm adding a little bit of ink along the outside edge. This is Distress Oxide Black Soot. I'm doing the inking on a cut-down version of Scrapbook.com's Project Grip Mat. It's super easy to clean since it's a silicone mat, and I'll use a baby wipe and just quickly clean this off. I also love using this mat to glue die cut pieces. That way I don't get any glue on my workspace mat. I've already gone ahead and die cut out all of the pieces for my card, and I have them stored in the small stack and sort tray from scrapbook.com. I'll start by attaching the bucket, and I'm doing it on the back side of the bottom piece. I'll add some small strips of clear double-sided adhesive tape just on the two outside edges. Then I'll attach the handle. For my candy bucket, I'm creating a bat. There are several different options on the new Halloween bucket edition, and I really love the look of the bat. To glue down all the pieces for the bat's face, I'm using Barely Art glue. For the bat's mouth and eyes, I use black cardstock, and I cut out the teeth from some white cardstock. I'm starting by attaching the mouth, making sure to get it nice and centered. Then I'll add the two fang teeth. But don't worry, this is not a scary bat, it's a super cute bat. Pretty Pink Posh always releases adorable Halloween products, and those are my favorite. Next, I'll add the eyes, and these are closed eyes. There are other eye options on the original candy bucket die set. The Halloween bucket edition die set also has some small circles that you can use as eyes. Another option would be to use googly eyes, and I think that would be super cute. I'll add the eye on the right side first, and then the left. And before the glue dries completely, I do have a little bit of time to adjust those eyes to get them evenly spaced. Now I'll flip over the bucket, and on the back side in the center, I'm adding a piece of the clear double-sided adhesive tape, and I'm giving the bat some teeny tiny ears. The small triangle pieces are the inside of the cat's ears. For the bat's wings, I cut out two sets, one from a magenta mirror cardstock and the other from vellum. And I'll glue the two wing pieces together, offsetting them slightly, so you'll see just a peek of the vellum underneath the magenta wing. I think it adds a fun extra detail. After adhering the two pieces together, decided I would put a little more glue on the very edge of the wing. Then I'll flip it over, let that dry for a moment. Now I'll glue the other two wing pieces together, and I'm trying to leave about the same edge of vellum underneath the wing. That way they're matching. When die cutting out mirror cardstock, sometimes you'll get these little threads, sort of metallic pieces. Make sure to remove those before adhering the two wings together. So now it's time to add the wings on the bat candy bucket. The very outside edge of the wings will go off the bucket, so I only need to put glue behind the inside area. And I'm making sure to add glue just behind the mirror cardstock and not the vellum, since I don't want it showing through on the front of the card. So there's my cute bat candy bucket, and I will be popping it up using foam dimension. I grab the 1/4 inch foam roll from scrapbook.com in black, and this is their 1mm thickness, so it doesn't add a lot of extra dimension. I'll make sure to get good coverage on the back. Behind the wings, I want them lifted up just a little bit more, so I will add 2 pieces of the 1mm foam. I could grab a 2mm foam, but since I have the 1mm right here, it's just as easy to layer up that foam piece. Now behind the handle of the bucket, I also want to pop it up. It's fairly narrow. I'm using the same black foam and cutting some very tiny little pieces, making sure to get good coverage. And since I am using black foam and it's a black handle, if a tiny bit of the foam does peek out, it won't be as noticeable. So now I'll grab the background, and the white ink splatter is all dry. At the very bottom, I'm adding a small strip of black cardstock. This piece is 5.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. I'll put ATG tape on the back and also barely art glue, since I am adhering it on that pierced background. Want to make sure it stays in place. Then I'll adhere it at the very bottom, covering up some of the darker purple color of the sky. I did cut the black strip just a little bit too long. After adhering it down, I flipped over the panel, used a pair of scissors, and trimmed off the overhang. Now I'll flip it over, put more adhesive on the back, starting with ATG tape. And I'll also add barely art glue along the very outside edge and a little bit in the center. Sometimes when die cuts have that pierced detail, they don't always stay in place with just ATG tape, so I find adding a little extra glue ensures that they won't come off later. After adding my card front onto a card base, and I did place a large acrylic block on top for some added weight while the glue dried. So now I'll add the bat candy bucket. I've already removed the release paper from the foam, and I'll add the bucket in the center of the card. And I needed to make sure to place it low enough so the handle didn't go off the edge of the card. Since I'm creating a night scene, I wanted to add a moon, and this moon die is from the Halloween house die set. I used some bright yellow cardstock. I'll adhere it in the upper left-hand corner. And to finish off the card, I'll add several bats. I love that there are 3 different sizes of bats on the Halloween Bucket Edition die set. For the black bats, I use black glitter paper. And for a little pop of color, decided to add 2 pink bats. I put the smallest size black glitter bat flying in front of the moon. I'll put a pink and black glitter bat above the candy bucket on the left side. Then finally, a small pink bat in the upper right-hand corner. And then the largest size bat in black glitter underneath on the right side. And for a sentiment, I'm adding Eek. I stamped the sentiment on the same ombre pattern paper and embossed it using white embossing powder. So there is my finished card. I love how it turned out. The bat candy bucket is super cute. I did make one more card using the Halloween Bucket Edition set. This time I made a cat candy bucket. And I filled the bucket with yummy candy from the Candy Treats die set. Added a little black glitter spider in the upper left-hand corner. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links in the description box below. And make sure to head over to Leah Lawson's video for the next stop on Pretty Pink Posh's August 2025 video hop. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.